Good afternoon, everybody. Sunday afternoon, guys, and it's time for Pawpaw Storytime. I'm going to be over here doing like I did that one day so that I can kind of watch the feed from the home computer at a distance so that I can see if it starts getting a weak signal, scrambles out on us, because I can start over, stop, or figure something else out. Let me see. Okay. You probably see the little scratch on my face where I beat myself up with a picket. It actually looks like a miniature pigeon came up and maybe backhanded me in the face. If you look real close, it looks like a bird's claw, but I guess maybe it could have been. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so the first thing I want to do when today I want to start off with I wrote something and then I added some stuff from Mr. Rogers real quick that I want to read, and then we'll jump right into our readings. Okay. Sometimes grown-ups go through things kids just aren't going to understand. The things they may do seem confusing, and it really stinks that we may not get our opinions heard during these times. There are also times when grown-ups may make decisions they wish they didn't have to for the good and well-being of you kids, and it may mean moving or not seeing people anymore that we used to share time with. Those things are unfortunately just a part of life. Everyone experiences these things like sadness and happiness, the loss of those we care about. But if things go well for us as we get older, we learn to understand and find healthy ways to deal with our feelings that don't hurt those around us. It takes time, patience, and practice, and healthy role models to look up to for guidance. I still experience painful pieces of life myself, and the answers I wish would happen aren't always what others feel is best, and I have to figure out my feelings too. Mr. Rogers on divorce. His messages are usually geared towards kids, but this message is for both, kids and grown-ups, and for all of us. I paraphrase some of this, so... Divorce and separations are sad and painful. During a separation or divorce, children often feel as if their family is broken. Maybe they even feel as if they're broken. Divorce changes families in many ways, but it's still possible for children to feel secure, safe, and loved, even when they don't live together. There's a short video where Mr. Rogers explains divorce to a small child, and although I can't share that video with you guys, I thought this next bit was important for all of us. Something that really stands out in these videos is the way that Mr. Rogers stays in the present. He only explains what's relevant right now. Children only have this present moment. They don't always understand the future or the past the way that we do, obviously. This actually helps us as parents. If you can make the moment you are with your children as calm and secure as possible, then you know that your child will remember being loved. You don't have to explain the past or the future. You only have to help your child feel as okay as possible right now in this moment. Eventually, the good moments you have together will become your past, and your child will know how to create a positive future. Mr. Rogers always said that when we can talk about our feelings, they become less overwhelming, less upsetting, and less scary. The people we trust with that important talk can help us to know that we're not alone. I love you all, grandkids, kids, family, and friends. As an older member of the family, I too have to learn that my take on how I wish things could be aren't always the way they will end up. But I still believe in my heart that everything has happened and will happen the way that it's supposed to. We just may not understand why. Okay, now I'm going to go right into our readings. We're going to open with the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff by Dr. Richard Carlson, chapter 8, page 23. Do something nice for someone else and don't tell anyone about it. While many of us frequently do nice things for others, we are almost certain to mention our acts of kindness to someone else, secretly seeking their approval. When we share our own niceness and generosity with someone else, it makes us feel like we're thoughtful people. It reminds us of how nice we are and how deserving we are of kindness. While all acts of kindness are inherently wonderful, there is something even more magical about doing something thoughtful but mentioning it to no one else, ever. You always feel good when you give to others. Rather than diluting the positive feelings by telling others about your kindness, By keeping it to yourself, you get to retain all the positive feelings. It's really true that one should give for the sake of giving, not to receive something in return. This is precisely what you're doing when you don't mention your kindness to others. Your rewards are the warm feelings that come from the act of giving. The next time you do something really nice for someone else, keep it to yourself and revel in the abundant joy of giving. I'm going to put that one back. Now, we're going to read, this is the first in the collection. Let me show you guys that collection real quick. I got a new collection of books we're going to start on since the Little House series is over. And these are called Help Me Be Good. And I'm going to cross those with a different collection of stories from Inspiring Stories for Amazing Kids and The Complete Adventures of Curious George. This week we're going to read a children's book about being lazy by Joy Berry. Help Me Be Good. This book is about Sam and his sister Maggie. Reading about Sam and Maggie can help you understand and deal with being lazy. Have people ever asked you to do something that they could do for themselves? Get me something to eat. Can't you do it by yourself? Has anyone refused to help you when you needed help? Sam, please help me. I can't help you right now. I'm busy watching something. You better watch out, says the little frog. Sometimes people might ask you to do something because they're too lazy to do it for themselves. Sometimes people might not help you because they are too lazy to help. People who are not willing to work are being lazy. You are not too busy to help me. You are just lazy. Yeah, and I don't think he likes to work either, says the little frog. When you are with someone who is lazy, how do you feel? How do you think? What do you do? Hey, change the channel. I'm getting ready to hop out of here, says the little frog. When you're with someone who is lazy, you might feel frustrated, angry, and resentful. You might feel that the person expects you to do all the work. You might not want to be around that person. You're no fun to be with. You're too bossy and too lazy. And that goes for me too, says the frog. Curious why the frog has such an opinion. It's important to treat others the way you want to be treated. If you do not want other people to be lazy around you, you should not be lazy around them. Would you like to play? No thanks. And then the frog says, no way. So frog even play frisbee. Try not to be lazy. Do not ask anyone to do anything for you that you can do for yourself. Get things for yourself whenever possible. It's fun to do things for myself. And that's not being lazy, says the little frog. Try not to be lazy. Keep yourself clean, bathe yourself, wash and comb your hair, brush your teeth, dress yourself, decide what clothes you're going to wear, put them on by yourself. Good job, Sam, says the dad. And then we need to put on our socks and shoes. Little frog is in the shoe. Try not to be lazy. Keep your room neat. Help keep your house neat. Put things away after you use them. Clean up any mess you make. First, I'll put my toys away and then I'll make my bed. That's right. Nice and easy. Try not to be lazy. Help out whenever you can. Here are some jobs you can do. Set the table for meals. Clean the table after meals. Help with the dishes. Empty the trash. I wonder what else I could do to help out. Let's hop down and ask your mom. Taking care of yourself, cleaning up after yourself, or helping out might not always be easy. Sometimes these things take work. Not being lazy is sometimes hard work, says the frog. How would he even know? He's not even taking the trash out. Try to have a good attitude about your work. Do not complain about it. Do not wait to be reminded to do it. Do not try to get out of doing it. Do not put it off until later. Now that my work is done, I can play. I know. Let's play hopscotch. These things can make your work more fun. Play this game with yourself. Set a time limit. Try to get the job done in that length of time. Be sure to give yourself enough time to do the job correctly. Reward yourself. Promise yourself you will do something you really enjoy after you finish your job. Be sure to keep the promise you make to yourself. Thank you for getting your work done so quickly. Yeah, he really hopped to it, says the frog. You help the people around you to be happy when you're not lazy. You also help yourself become a better person. All right. I think that frog might have been a member of the family. We're going to stick this off on the other side. And then, let me see. We're going to close with The World According to Mr. Rogers. Important things to remember. That sweater looks a little familiar, don't it? What? Okay. And the thing I remember best about successful people I've met all through the years is their obvious delight in what they're doing. And it seems to have very little to do with worldly success. They just love what they're doing, and they love it in front of others. I must be an emotional archaeologist because I keep looking for the roots of things, particularly the roots of behavior and why I feel certain ways about certain things. Me too. And put that one back up. We're going to turn this around real quick so you guys can see this. Right. I'll be back when the week is new, and I'll bring more ideas for you. And you'll have things you'll want to do, and I will too. I'll think of you when I'm not here, because thinking of people makes them seem near. The friends who know you love you cheerfully, and I do too. Oh, and we got a card. I had this set up for last weekend too. It says, if you won $1 million, what would you do? And I wrote on the back, I would invest in my business. And I would figure out small but substantial ways to better the lives of others, starting with those closest to my heart. What would you do if you won $1 million? Trash. And before I close real quick, I just wanted to say that I love you guys for being exactly who you're supposed to be. You're the only one that gets to decide that. And remember that our minds, just like our books, they work better when they're open. And to my kid, who is currently going through it, all my kids are probably going through it, some of them more than others. You know who you are. I love you very much. Support you more than you know. You are my heart. You guys are my world. My kids and my grandkids. And that's it, guys. I'll see you next week.